911, what is your emergency?
Hi, there's someone outside of Queer Bar, like, pepper spraying people.
What's the
like being homophobic.
crossroads there?
It's at Queer Bar. What's this crossroads? It's Queer Bar in Capitol Hill.
Okay, is that 1511 11th Avenue? Does that sound right?
I think so, yeah.
The Queer Bar? Is anybody injured? Does somebody need medical attention?
He's saying homophobic things, and he's having people record him, and he's just, like, yelling at strangers, and the strangers, somebody kicked his boombox, and then he pepper sprayed them all.
Happy 2023, and welcome back to the Ray Ann Show. Our story begins at a queer bar in Seattle, appropriately called Queer Bar. A group of street preachers who claim to be parishioners of David Lynn, a popular Christian YouTuber, arrived and starts to belittle their captive audience. 3 calls to 911 were made, and SPD was dispatched to the bar. This show made a public records request and obtained video of the incident. Due to the increase in Christian aggression against the LGBT community, I felt it was important to make sure that there was a record of this incident and it be made available to the public.
That's where the process starts, because obviously there's a situation because they're here causing a ruckus. Even if there was pepper spraying, because we feel like it came from them. They apparently have a video saying it came from somebody in the crowd. Either way, if they need to be removed because it's causing our business problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a tension. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there needs to be a de-escalation. They just need to. They can stand over there. It's just they should not be right here against a large mass group of people for something to do this.
Right.
You guys are wasting your time coming out here for this shit because of something like this.
Someone that got pepper sprayed.
Yeah, and a large group of people did. It's like we're not getting anywhere.
I saw with my own two eyes the girl in the gray hoodie do it.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, well, just so you know, like, we had a whole line of people, and then these fucking people walk by, these Jesus freaks, and then they let some pepper spray off.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get. We got several people with videos, so we're kind of sorting through it right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, we rushed everyone inside, but I mean, that's fucking.
How many you got in there?
How many people we got inside? Oh, we got probably like a good 150, 180. But
no, I mean, that got sprayed.
Oh, well, we rushed everyone in, so it's probably like 15, 20, you know what I mean? But they don't know exactly directly where it came from. My security guard...
None of the people who were allegedly pepper sprayed were willing to come forward and be a victim of the crime. Police spoke with the woman responsible for releasing the spray and got her side of the story.
That woman right there, she's the one with the pepper spray.
He's the only way.
That lady right there. Yeah, that lady right there is the greatest.
Violence is never the way. Violence is never the way. So here's the issue.
Can you keep
if you guys don't care about the gospel, that's fine. But we have a right to be out here and preach the gospel. If you try to fight, you're not going to find a fight.
Okay, it's on video.
All you want, but the truth will always remain.
We were preaching and they attacked us and I pepper sprayed. Because there was like, how many of us? And like literally 10 of them? Yeah, and I'm a girl and there was men in the group too.
So just so you know, we're being on it recorded. The reason I'm here to tell you is just
Christianity's still here.
No, I understand.
What exists before that?
Yeah, and everything's on video. We have her, I was recording. They attacked all of us, and I pepper sprayed. I can't even count. The one that literally called the cops, 3 guys, and it was just like a group of people.
Okay. Can you tell me what you mean by attack?
It's on video, like literally. Okay, so
what
you see,
I know there's video, but
they all came at us, right? They started kicking and punching me, and one of them got me in my face and then pepper sprayed. Because it's a group against a group, you know. I'm not gonna fight with nobody, but you know, I'm gonna defend myself.
Last week,
you got the mace on you?
Yeah, I do. It's in my pocket.
Don't pull it out.
Violence is never the way.
Is it against the law to mace people that attack you?
Like I said, we're investigating.
Oh, okay.
No,
I didn't say it's
we're just making the scene safe and secure at this point.
Alright. Are we good as figure out?
I haven't spoken to anybody yet. I don't know.
So I get my property?
You'll get it back.
Oh, okay.
He's going to show you the video though. When they came and where's Vassy at with it?
He's talking to the one that got pepper sprayed now.
Okay.
So my understanding is people were preaching, whatever they're doing. The chick who got pepper sprayed ran up and the video doesn't really show it. It looks like she kind of kicks or touches the speaker, and then they approach her, and they kind of like bump each other. It looks like she kind of pushes one of them after they confront her, and then this chick pepper sprays and just hits everyone standing around.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that because that's not self-defense when you just pepper spray a crowd. And the security managers came out. She said she got 20 people in there rinsing their eyes out. You don't have one person chest bump you and you pepper spray a crowd.
Massey seems to think the video shows that it's a good self-defense. I don't know. Talk to him.
I don't know how.
So are you thinking Adam on the pepper sprayer?
Yep.
Okay.
You can't give everybody in a crowd a taste because you felt like somebody walked up to you and touched your speaker.
I mean, it's different for us because we're trained and we know what we can and can't do anymore.
I mean, someone ran up, kicked her speaker, and pushed her. She pulled out pepper spray.
You gotta look at the video.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't speak to anybody, so I'm not gonna make that.
The lady who allegedly assaulted the crowd got away with it. After that was addressed, the police investigated the Christian's complaint of property damage. They approached the group who made the original 911 calls you heard in the beginning of the video.
Do they not want to hear, but lots of people feel offended in such a way where people want to assault other individuals for their freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Can I get your
Violence is
name?
never the way.
Do you feel comfortable sharing your name?
Right.
Who's asking?
If you'd like to be a victim.
We
If
just wanted
not-
to ask what this would be used for.
If not, well, if you want to be a victim of an assault, do you guys want to be a victim of assault?
Yeah, we just want them to fucking leave.
So you just want them to leave. You don't want to be a victim or anything?
No, I don't want to push charges. I don't want to be a victim of assault. I would just like them to know.
They're being very violent towards people.
They're in the street, right? So.
And they're yelling at strangers waiting at a bar. Just like living our lives, they're yelling at us and pepper spraying us.
Okay, well, if we can, all right, so I'm going to explain how the victim thing works. If you want to be a victim, then we don't have an assault, right? But if we don't have any victims, technically we don't have an assault.
I hate the cops. Unfortunately, I hate cops.
Well, we're here.
They're so useless. Like, why can't you just escort them off the premises?
So they don't want to press any charge.
Put it directly on your skin.
Never directly.
Like your sense of humor today.
Thank you. I was trained to be a first responder, but it's inspired. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah. The best thing
We love that. What's up? Who are you?
I'm Officer Bassett with LPD.
Okay, swag.
Cool. I need to talk to you for a little bit.
Did I do something wrong?
Possibly. So, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
Oh man.
So, and you guys can be present. It doesn't matter what I'm going to ask you to do. I just want her to talk.
Yeah, that's
I don't
fine.
need anybody else's story. So how about we start with you just telling me what you, like from the very beginning, because I wasn't here, so I need you to paint me a picture of what happened. So
Sure.
let's just start there, because I've gotten multiple stories.
Sure.
And I've seen video of stuff, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell me what you saw and experienced, and then what you did and what they did, so I can get a better picture of it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I am in a lot of pain,
I totally understand.
and I don't feel very clear-headed at the moment.
Okay.
And I feel that I don't know if I can give you exactly what you're looking for.
Okay. So just try your best.
Okie dokie.
I'm right here. Sorry.
Yeah. No, cool. I just felt like I was having a conversation with myself, so I feel great about myself now. Anyway, me and multiple people, not just my friends, pretty much everyone in line was asking these folks to leave. By folks, I mean the folks.
With the speaker.
The speakers. We're asking them to leave, and they were not leaving. And they started saying stuff that was not nice about people who they were saying stuff that wasn't nice about gender and pronouns and gay people and stuff. And I walked up to them and said that they should leave, and they weren't leaving.
Okay.
And I approached them closer, and then someone sprayed me with pepper spray.
Okay. Did you try to punch anybody, kick anybody, do anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Did
Absolutely
you try to
not.
kick their speaker?
I did kick their speaker. I would
Okay.
never hurt someone.
All right. So you were trying to
I just wanted them to leave.
you were kicking the speaker out of frustration. Right?
Well, you said frustration, I didn't.
So why did you kick the speaker?
I wanted them to stop talking.
felt very threatened.
I felt really threatened.
You felt threatened?
Yeah.
They were all surrounding her.
Yeah, they were all surrounding me like instantaneously.
They were all surrounding.
Okay. Did you feel threatened when you were not close to them?
When I was not close to them?
Because I saw a video of you being like on the sidewalk and they're on the street. So there's some distance between you and them. So you felt threatened, so then that caused you to walk towards them? I guess I'm trying to understand what made you feel threatened and then made you walk up to them.
I would say that the language they were using was threatening and triggering to me specifically.
Okay. Can you give me examples of that?
I just gave you examples. They were saying stuff about gender.
Right, but the threats piece, because there's things you can say stuff about gender and stuff, but I want to know what made you feel threatened. Just because you don't like what they're saying doesn't mean you feel threatened. You just feel. It sounds like you were more offended by the language, but I like when you say threatened, I'm starting to think of threats. Like, did they make threats towards you? Did they say they were going to kick your ass? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what crime.
I feel like when you say threat, can you tell me what you mean by that word? Because I feel like threatened and like triggered and like frustrated, like these are all like really like, when I hear these terms, I feel like they can be very open to interpretation, and so I want to understand exactly what it is that you're looking for.
Okay. So when you say I felt threatened, like when I say I was threatened by this person because they lifted their hand and looked like they was going to punch me in the face.
Right.
That's what I understand as threatening, right? Or they said, I'm going to kick your ass, and then they were really angry when they said it.
Totally.
Right? They were angry when they said it. They were clenching their fists.
I hear you.
They were doing things that made me feel like I was going to get hurt.
Okay.
Right? But if I just say, you're dumb, just because I don't like what you're saying, doesn't mean I actually felt threatened. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So that's what so like, what you've told me is you said they were making all these statements that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
But then you said I felt threatened, and I'm trying to figure out what made you feel threatened specifically. Because that's what caused you to then run up to them and kick the speaker.
I don't know if I ran.
Or walk up to them.
Yeah.
You decided to, and you shortened the distance between you and them to go kick their speaker.
I did kick their speaker.
Right, and I'm trying to figure out why. And you said you felt threatened. What specifically made you feel threatened?
I don't know, but I didn't feel safe.
Okay. Is it the city? Is it the environment? Is it?
It was their insistence.
Okay. So just not saying nice things is what made you feel threatened. Okay.
They're specifically looking for queer people to harass, and we're dying every day, and it's really scary, and I don't really know what this is helpful. Like, I get it, you don't think we did the right.
Why did you kick their stuff?
One of them was harassing us.
So, ma'am, like, respectfully, I'm talking to her. So,
She
I
seems
understand.
very frazzled and not like she's able to answer the questions, and I don't really think you're going to say anything that's going to help you, and like, I think
No,
this is
she's
just like over.
she's helping me a lot. I'm just trying to get an idea of why she did what she did.
Like, you get the situation, and it's just like there's not much you can do.
And why she did what she did.
I'm done. But
You're
can,
done.
Can she
You're-
leave if
you're
she
done.
wants to?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
Because the medics did say that she needs to go. So that
They did say we should
Are
go shower.
they filing charges?
They might be. Yeah.
They might be filing charges.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out if there's even
They're
a
filing
basis.
charges against her.
They might.
Yes.
For pepper spraying her.
No, not for pepper spray.
Dude, I'm the one who got hurt.
For what? What are they filing charges
They tried to fucking
Please figure out
blind
if there's
me.
even a crime. That's what I'm trying to do.
They tried to
They can
blind me,
say whatever
dude.
they want.
And I'm gonna get in trouble?
Okay.
How does that riddle me
that's why-
that?
So you said you felt threatened. I want to know why. That's all I need to know.
She's already said that she doesn't like hate speech.
Let him finish his question, all right?
Because at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to say to all of them, okay? And I'm going to try to be as respectful as possible, because I understand in a way what you're going through, because I used to see it when I was a teacher. My kids used to talk about this all the time, and I used to see kids bully your community in my classroom all the time, okay? But in the United States right now, we have freedom of speech. So they have every right to come up here and say those things, even though they're not nice things. What they don't have the right to do is they don't have the right to assault you, and they don't have the right to threaten you.
Those are the two
But they have
things
the
they
right to
can
scream in our faces.
because freedom of speech. Yes, in the United States you can say whatever you want.
She was assaulted though, so.
Right, but she was assaulted because she ran up to them and instigated a situation.
She kicked the speaker.
Right.
I didn't touch anybody.
Right.
They
I didn't
bodily
touch
harmed
anybody.
her, which is assault. Which one is
Right.
worse in legal terms? Physical harm or
speaker broken?
Broken speaker.
I gotta figure this out. But if she's not gonna answer my questions, and then you guys are gonna intervene every time, I don't have anything. And if they say, so what I'm trying to figure out is why you walked up to them, other than I just didn't like what they were saying. Because people don't like what people say all the time. That doesn't give you the right to go kick their stuff, break their stuff, or make it worse.
Was the speaker even broken?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure they were just using it directly after she kicked it.
Well, you can kick a car and it's not broken, but you cause damage.
I'll
right?
be honest, dude. I felt like their statements were like escalating in like severity and like directedness.
Yeah.
They were talking about how people were going to go to hell for just dancing in front of them.
They went from like being like God is good, God is great to like which is like whatever.
Okay.
You know, I couldn't care less about people's religious beliefs. That's your business. That's not my business.
Right.
But it was getting to like.
I mean, it sounds like they were being super disrespectful, which I completely agree.
It went from.
I completely agree with you.
And like they were being disrespectful, and then it was getting like. It was getting like low-key kind of personal. Like starting to like address specific people like in line, and like I don't know, like they were like getting closer and stuff, and so it was starting to not be like.
They were recording us without our permission.
General.
So, your friend right here is angry. I get it. But what he's saying is not nice, which is the equivalent of what they're saying.
What he was saying to her was not fucking nice.
Okay. So, we have to, as a community, if we don't like what another community does to us, we have to be able to also accept that our own community is doing the same thing. I know it might not sound as hateful, but calling people names and threatening to beat them up or do whatever, I get that we're upset here. But we have to also understand the hypocrisy in some of the stuff that we're saying. Can we at least understand that?
Anybody?
Are we gonna accept that before we leave here tonight?
Sure. Sorry, except what I was
Just like what he's saying, and he's really angry. I totally get it. But like
angry because our friend was hurt.
Right, but some of the statements that he's making are the equivalent of what they're doing.
No,
and he
it's
has
not
the right to say that
because
stuff.
When you think about it, minority versus majority, there's a majority of Christians who hate on people who are gay, and we are a minority. It's punching up versus punching down. Do you understand that? Punching up versus punching down? Do you know what that means?
I don't think that still gives you the right to do that.
It doesn't.
But okay. All right. See the video.
People over property. That's what I care about.
Officer Bassey also had some stern words for the Christians. I do hope they take his criticism to heart.
Okay. So, from the one video that I saw, this girl walks up and tries to kick her speaker.
Yeah.
And then from there, you guys kind of start pushing, and then she starts pushing.
No, we didn't push.
Okay, so from the video that I saw,
Well,
there's some like back and forth.
No, I'm literally trying to back
I'm not
up.
going to argue at this point. Okay, I'm telling you what I saw in the video. And
So
I'm
you
not-
saw? What video did you see so I can see it?
The one that she showed me.
Okay, because I don't know. Because was it me that pushed? Or are you saying? Or
I'm not
just-
saying it was you.
oh,
I just,
okay.
it's just it almost seemed like you guys got upset, which again, it's your speaker, so I totally understand that. And you kind of got in each other's faces. I think everybody was mad here, right?
But who was the aggressor at the end of the day?
So I would say she started it, right? I think she definitely got upset. But we can also talk about, I don't know exactly what you guys were saying, right? It sounds like you guys are coming from a religious background.
Yes or no? Or did you come from a man's butthole? I'm serious. There's no way there's only a man and a woman. Please. It's like, I'm sorry, every time you guys tell me about your pronouns, it feels like I'm losing brain cells.
Yeah.
Okay, which is fine. You guys have every right to sit here and talk. And it's not even illegal to be rude. You can be rude all you want. You can say some really mean stuff. And I don't know what your goal is tonight. If your goal is to try to help people with your faith, that's one thing. But if your goal is to make people angry and make them upset, I don't know if
your savior really wants that. I don't know, but I'm not here. But I'm not here to have that conversation. Right? But I'm just gonna say, like, whatever you decide, like, you guys can say whatever you want here. But I think the moment she comes over and kicks your speaker, I don't know if that necessarily gives you the right to then pepper spray and say self-defense when you got like 3 dudes with 1 girl.
No, it was more than one. So she kicked, and then multiple people followed her.
And I'm just going off the video that I saw.
Did you see another angle of the video?
I have not.
Okay.
I've only seen the one.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna document everything. I know that you guys feel like she did it because she doesn't like your religion. She hasn't made any statements like that. The only thing she said was she felt like you guys were making targeted statements towards them, and that it made her upset, and that's what made her upset. That's it. Okay? In the video, I don't hear her saying anything about your religion. I don't hear her making any specific comments like that. So I don't see that. Okay? And I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll document everything that you guys said. I'm gonna get the video. If I can get the other video, that's fine. Detectives can investigate this further. What you guys decide to do from here on out is up to you.
So far, no criminal indictments were made. However, they were each punished. The Christians had their speakers busted, and they were exposed as a bunch of crybaby fascists on a small YouTube channel. Our vandal, God love her, got a face full of hot sauce. Next time I advise her and everyone else to avoid engaging. Many of these so-called preachers are just out to create their own personal melodrama. Sometimes they are violent. It's a spiritual trap, my beloved viewers. Try not to get sucked into it. I'd like to thank all of you for watching this channel, and if you wish to support me and my journalism, I want to encourage you to subscribe to it. Until next time, and may the dark goddess bless these Christians' little heart.